Hello there, welcome to Team Fortress TV. You're watching the high playoffs. This is the quarter-final, and I'm here. My name's Sideshow. With me is Max on the microphone, and we've got Suyooo doing production. The teams in this quarter-final are Planet Express and the Ownage squad, and this is quite the showdown. This is going to be a momentous game. If both teams can keep it together, it just absolutely demands to be casted. It's going to be action-packed.
Definitely going to be action-packed. A lot of teams got a lot of DM firepower behind them. Soldiers and scouts for both teams can pull out some crazy stuff. If you're a fan of air shots and killing sprees, then this is definitely the game for you to watch, Sideshow.
It completely is. There's a lot of talent on these rosters as well. And in fact, one of the rosters has recently come under a lot of fire. The admins have come under criticism because there was the possibility of it being upset by the hijack rule. But we'll talk about that in a little bit after we've gone through the rosters. Why don't you take us through the Ownage squad roster for anyone who's not familiar with this team, although I'm sure they'll be familiar with some of the players.
Yeah, the roster of Ownage tonight is Tom and Drac on Soldiers. Tom formerly playing in High with Phoenix. He was Pocket there, but he's roaming now for the Ownage squad. Drac is on Pocket. Most people might know him from his I-52 run with Reason Gaming. Pretty much after that, I think he kind of fell out with the top level TF2 and just started playing with some friends in High, and here they are today in the playoffs. Scouts, you have everyone's favorite Morsi Fanshaw and HBQ OEU, the worst name of all time if you're in our position right now. I think we're just going to call him HP predominantly throughout the cast. Both of them really solid, HP being the aggressive scout and Morsi a really solid passive scout. He's proven himself throughout this season. He was a bit of a question mark before, definitely risen to the occasion now. Turbo Monkey, I believe, on Medic with a wealth of experience behind him. Played this game for about a millennium now, I think. And pretty much newcomer news on the roster now. I'm expecting good things from him, but I don't think a lot of people might know him, but he's a very solid demo man and adds a lot to the team. I guess Planet Express is the other team, if you'd like to introduce them, Sideshow. Sideshow? Okay then, Sideshow Ripperino ruining ETF2 yet again. Oh, he's back.
While you were talking there, I changed from voice activation to push to talk, and then didn't realize that I was muted because of a bug with Mumble.
Oh my god!
So I'm a complete idiot, but nice that suits me down to the ground. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna run you guys through the Planet Express roster. Do not worry, stream chat, I am not dead. So we've got Serotonin on Medic, who's one of the players that's just recently joined the team. Alongside him, as one of the newcomers, is Rising as well. So he's going to be playing that roaming soldier class for this team. So two players with a lot of experience going to be added to Planet Express just at the end of the season. We'll see how that affects them going into this quarterfinal. They've got Neo, the Finnish powerhouse, on Pocket Soldier. Iku on Demoman, who another Finn, another player who's been around this level for quite a time. He's fairly solid, and the two scouts backing him up are going to be Sheepy and Erpa. Both of those players have fantastic DM. I think actually Planet Express have the advantage in terms of scout DM, which on process may go in their favor, but there's a lot of upcoming talent on these teams, and it's very difficult, in my opinion, to say who is going to win this one. I think perhaps I think definitely if Planet Express hadn't had the recent additions to their roster, you'd be favouring Ownage squad going into this, but Ownage squad have that ability to just throw any game, Max.
That they do. Let's see if they throw this middle as we take it away. I'm going to be watching news getting nice and quick into this middle, but Iku, the demo man from Planet Express, did actually manage to beat him. We do have Tom going for a really deep bomb right now. Does get the demo really low, but gets cleaned up. One up for Planet Express right now. Iku does actually get taken down, and let's see what's happening right now. Ownage squad look to be taking their left side. Frags health going down everywhere. Both teams really trying to get their positioning. Soldiers jumping across, but the kills look to be going the way of Ownage squad right now, and Planet Express backing away through their sewers. Pretty decisive middle for Ownage squad there. No throwings yet, Sideshow.
Yeah, they're chasing as well. Serotonin's in a little bit of trouble because everyone's bombing in. News and Drac really trying to chase down the Medic. There we go. HP finally finds the frag, and Turbo Monkey does not get cleaned up there by Rising either. So a fantastic chase from Ownage squad. The position that they got on the mid was brilliant as well. They played that blue crate on the left-hand side from their perspective perfectly. They didn't allow any position from Planet Express, despite the fact that they dropped the demo man right at the beginning. And they're coming into last here with this overcharge and swarming on them. They've actually lost two players, but it shouldn't matter in the end. playing the point, and that is a textbook round there from Ownage squad. Absolutely perfect.
What an explosive start for them. Pretty much out of this world play, definitely not of this planet, and just steamrolling from that middle, keeping the Uber advantage and pushing straight into last. Let's see if this shakes Planet Express. Iku kind of beefing his rollout, decides to go to the sewers area as the rest of Ownage squad arriving in now. Tom going pretty aggressive, it sees the demo's not there, just going to take his up top now, and Planet Express coming in, playing around their rock, everyone just sort of taking their position. The health looks to be a little bit better on Ownage squad right now. Scout going really low. All of Planet Express are bunched up on their side right now. Tom going for the bomb, gets taken down by Rising, but the health of Planet Express looking really low. Demo and Soldier down. They're pretty much going to have to start getting out of this middle right now. The frags are just going all the way of Ownage squad. Only one of them lost, and that was Tom. And Planet Express is just getting cleaned up one by one. Only the Soldier remaining. Tries to get onto Turbo Monkey, but a nice serve from him, and that's going to be a full wipe. Another decisive mid for Ownage squad. Sideshow.
Yeah, that one went a lot slower. I was a little bit worried for Ownage squad at the beginning of the mid-fight because they threw Tom in an attempt to open up the fight a little bit, and it didn't work out for them at all. Rising was able to clean up that pick very easily, but then Neo and Iku had a terrible misplay just at the point of the mid where they should have been backing off to get heals and consolidating their position. They dove in with absolutely no backup from the rest of their team, and that was Pocket and Demo down, and from there, the mid was utterly ruined. So now, another Uber onto last, Max.
Yeah, Morsi throwing his life away at the start, but it shouldn't matter too much. The Uber does come in, both scouts down. They need to start getting on this point or getting out without the scouts capping power. Planet Express do have that heavy, so it's definitely on their side. Time is against Ownage squad, and they realize this, so they're trying to get out. Soldiers fighting in rollout, but Drak is going to be the winner of that fight. But Ownage squad still 3 down though, so it looks like they want to start backing up, and the game finally equalizing. Not another quick round to them.
Yeah, and that was all just due to HP and Morsi throwing their lives away right at the beginning. Both of the scouts down. There's no way you have any power in the after Uber push if both of your scouts died before the Uber has even come in. So terrible play there from the Ownage flank, but Planet Express take control of that one, and they're going to be pushing out. And now Serotonin has this gigantic Uber advantage. HP, who went so huge on the mid, is now looking to go huge once again, this time with Sniper peering over into the PC. He's predicted them perfectly. And this is going to be the early force here. Neo taking this one in. Nice frag from him onto Morsi. Getting caught there once again, Morsi. And Tom has gone down as well. They'll easily be able to pick up this mid-fight and be able to repel any kind of push that Turbo goes for. With a sniper down here, I would be going for the force or the pick onto Turbo though. And that's exactly what Neo's doing.
Oh, but he doesn't quite manage to get Turbo Monkey there. Nice stuff from him. He is pretty low though, and they do know it. They're trying to go for him as he's getting close to that Uber. But Planet Express losing 3 for... However, they do get 2 picks of their own. News going down to a nice arrow there, and the force does come out. Turbo Monkey flashing his players. It's 3 versus 3 right now, and Ownage squad looking to make sure this Uber isn't useless, and that's a Soldier of Tom going really deep for this.
What a play, just absolutely meat shots Tom as he comes in there. 300 health Pocket, no problemo. And Tom with a slight overextension, but he was forced to. In that position, he had to go for Serotonin, but Sheepy ate him up.
Yeah, they're going to keep this going on to second right now. News versus, I believe that was Rising, and he does get the pick on him with like 1 HP remaining. Sick play from News there. But Planet Express should be getting this second. I think Ownage squad are just going to turn the pedal down a little bit and just hold their last right now. But the Uber advantage is in favor of Planet Express, Sideshow.
It is indeed. They don't have a roaming soldier, but that should pose absolutely no problem. As long as none of them get picked by HP, who's sitting with that sniper rifle pretty on the left-hand side, guarding News and Tom. They have to push within the next few seconds, and in it comes Iku leading this one forwards. Drag's going behind to see if he can make a play, but Neo's straight onto Turbo Monkey. Should be able to deal with him. Turbo, nice surf away, but unfortunately created their 9 HP. Everything's looking good here for Planet Express. They still have their heals up, dealing with players one at a time, but trying to get the frag, the final one with the 3-rune blade. And that's a nice reply there from Planet Express. Not quite as explosive, but it's still pretty good. Yeah, oh, and look at this. I think... Has someone just switched to the crits Krieg? I think I saw something flashing up. Yes, it's Turbo Monkey on the crits. And Serotonin?
No, I think Serotonin's still
Serotonin
on the Uber, so let's see how this middle goes. Iku's quite faster than News right now, so Ownage squad going to have to just be a little further back right now. Let's see, they're going to start taking their positions now. Planet Express as well arriving into this middle. It's Drak going for a deep bomb there. The health of Ownage squad going kind of low at the start right now. The fight's finally happening. All the Planet Express up top. Tom goes in really deep, knocks all the players really low. Ownage squad just have to keep the pressure going right now. The health advantage is definitely on them. The fight's happening all around. Turbo Monkey does go down there. A nice bomb there from the Soldier of Neo. However, they are 3 down themselves, so they need to start backing out because the number advantage is definitely an Ownage squad. It looks like they want to stay around that. Oh my god! What a rocket from Drak there to take down Sheepy. God's hand to get in the devil's finger right there. But they do have the Uber advantage to take away into the second.
Yeah, they've got that Uber charge, and that pick onto Turbo Monkey was absolutely crucial. His crit streak was just about to come up, and they were in such a great position to use it. Serotonin was so aggressive, and at the moment, HP's just badgering them. He won't let them come forwards with this Uber charge, and he's bought so much time for Turbo Monkey to start dishing out heals to everyone on mid. He does eventually
and he gets
go down.
the 4.
Yeah, great play by HP.
Nothing coming from this Uber, but they still do have that numbers advantage. The Planet Express going to see what they can get. Their demo is down, however, but Ownage squad conceding the ground, knowing that their numbers advantage is definitely not in their favor. Both scouts down, pretty much no pushing power, but they're just going to hold their second. But they do have that Uber advantage to play around with, so it's not the worst for them. It's not even that bad, really, but Planet Express are just going to take the middle side, sure.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a classic flip-flop play here, where Ownage squad are going to aim to push in and take the midpoint. Oh no, Rising is actually going to be taking it straight to them. Rising's already all over the medic, and Turbo Monkey survives on about 5 health there. Absolutely ridiculous. Picks up the health kit, and now he's going to be pushing forwards, but a great play. Just juking Rising.
Yeah, going down to 7 HP, I think, ultimately. So they're going to push through PC. Uber coming in right now. Planet Express, pretty much all of them back in their own PC. Solly's with the deep bomb to try and force them out, and they pretty much up. Only 1 down for Planet Express and a big 80% for them. They should be coming up to Uber soon. I think they're going to be looking for this block. They're rotating to this choke area right now. News does have it stickied up, though. Tom, I think, just went down there to Sheepy on the flank, but I think, so definitely Planet Express should be coming in with this. Looks like they're rotating to the sewers area. HPQ is there, though. He might die, he might get the force, got all the information he needs. He's juking the hell out of him, but eventually does go down to IQ, and with 2 down, Planet Express should be looking to push in right now, Sideshow.
HP's bought them so much time once again, though, and he seems to be really fulfilling that role within his team. Whenever Ownage squad have that disadvantage, he's the player going forwards, trying to buy enough time for Turbo Monkey to get it up. And Tom going to be bombing in, unfortunately, a little too predictable, and everyone on Planet Express is bunched up there. And they're still going to be coming forwards. They have 10 seconds before Turbo Monkey gets his Uber up, so not a flip-flop play. Ownage squad in dire straits. What an air shot! Oh, a double! The double from Drac! Insane rockets from him. What a skilled player.
And another! Another one onto Sheepy. Uber used right now. Neo getting caught out behind. 3 down for Planet Express, and their medic really low. The Drakening going on right now with all the momentum in Ownage squad's side. With only 3 up, they're going to be chasing them all the way into middle. Drak not happy, pushing all the way in. He wants more frags, more damage. And Ownage squad should be taking this middle right now. The fight's still going on. Tom really deep, does manage to get down Serotonin as well. All the momentum on Ownage squad side. They're going to be pushing in all the way into this second. But there is Neo hiding in the sewers area. Let's see if he can get anything done.
They absolutely obliterated them there. Ownage squad must be feeling so confident after that as well. Neo does fall. That's the pocket down. And the Planet Express look to be pushed back all the way to their last. They had a little attempt there with Rising on the sniper rifle, but it's going to be Ownage squad picking up the Spire and looking to push last. A huge Uber advantage as well, because they did manage to pick Serotonin. So Ownage squad going to be getting themselves set up. They're going to be facing the sniper heavy defense. It's a pretty strong one. They'll be hoping not to lose both of their scouts on this push and secure it 2-1.
Yeah, they're just taking this lobby area now. I think they're going to be waiting for the Uber, and while they wait, anyone in chat who's a new fan of Drank, type 1 right now, because he's been going huge, and he's going to take this Uber in. Excuse me, that was Tom. He's going to get the damage, and they're all going to start focusing this point right now. All the Planet Express rotating through spawn and just take too long, and Ownage squad get the cap, making it 2-1 to them. What a game, Sideshow.
Really clinical last push as well by Ownage squad. I thought HP was going to die as well, because he went in and took the 1v1 against Neo, which I think is a terrible idea, but he did actually come out on top. So 2-1 is the score. IQ with a super fast rollout, the Kato rollout, and he's going to beat News to mid. He's going to lock him off in that kind of area, deny him the health kit, but Tom's going to be playing aggressive, trying to put down a bit of pressure of his own. The scouts dueling around the top, and we've got another classic, a slower mid, and Tom again going to be the first pick, but Drak I think is going to fall as well, and this could be a bad one here for Ownage squad. This is the point at which Planet Express need to consolidate, but instead Urpa dives forward, taking a 1v2 against both buffed scouts, but does manage to trap them in the choke for the rest of the cleanup, so I guess not such a bad play after all, as long as Serotonin can dodge the pipes, and he does. News not able to land a god pipe there. So finally a successful oh hello, HP's still in. I didn't realise that HP was still back in.
HP is always in.
Yeah.
And actually gets the soldier as well before going down.
Oh,
really nice. And the soldier.
Oh no, Ownage squad are just throwing in players right now, but it almost worked for them. They almost got that Serotonin pick, but not quite, and so they're going to have to give up Spire. I thought that was in the bag there for Planet Express, but a little shaky moment at the end of the mid. Let's see if they can reply 2-2.
Really high risk, high reward play there. Like, if they get the Uber Force, it's nice because they can defend the second with their Uber advantage, but now it just leaves them... They've just got their spawns in time. A sentry is being set up right now, and they do have the heavy. They definitely have to go for this full turtle defense. And Planet Express already on their Uber, looking to be pushing in pretty soon. They're going to have to focus down this heavy of Tom. Let's see where they want to go in. They want to go into this left side right now. Both soldiers are jumping in, but one of them getting knocked up really high. Drac trying to get some damage going as well. Uber just getting flashed and not lasting that long. The heavy does get taken down as Ownage squad rotate in through their spawn. They go left then right and back again. And now they're coming out and they have to hold this point. Only one of them has died. The health of Planet Express not looking too good.
Turbo Monkey!
4 kills.
He was on 99% in the air with 40 health and pops it off, so they have used their overcharge. They need to be able to get something out of this, because if Serotonin survives and they meet up with spawners, it's going to be bad news for them. They have a huge advantage, but Morsey Fanshaw in there. Great play by Iku to defend his medic, but HP finds the frag anyway. Upper comes in, cleans them both up, and now a huge Uber advantage once again for Serotonin. But Planet Express will have to do better than the last time if they wanted to use it. The problem with that last push was that they focused on both of the priority targets there. The Heavy and Sentry Gun went down instantly, Max. But they didn't use the time that they then bought to either play the point or get position up top. Instead, they just sat there waiting for Ownage squad to come out of the spawn doors. And when they did, Planet Express found themselves in a bad position. So we'll hope that they don't make that mistake again. Let's have a listen to the team comms.
One soldier's built for it, right?
Maybe try first.
Yeah.
Maybe two.
We have a sniper in place.
No, it's
Careful, I think it's watching though, Tom. Careful, it's watching though.
It's watching here, I think.
I'm waiting for you guys to like coordinate on suicide or something.
Yeah.
I wanna give me both.
Sniper's watching.
I'll push for right. I'll distract on right. Somebody push somewhere else.
It's watching here. Sniper's
I'm trying to kill the soldier, maybe.
I'm gonna start
One
pushing on
scout
the right. I'm pushing on the right. Good body shot.
I'm in. Sniper's dead. Soldier's hit 100.
Okay, outside.
I might use this.
Interesting, Max. They didn't realize that they had that overcharge advantage, so didn't factor it in. Went for the suicide play. Didn't work out quite for them, but they should be able to hold this one.
Yeah, with just 2 down, the Uber of Planet Express, Ownage squad coming out right now. They get the force themselves, and they're pretty much gonna have to back off to their last, because the Uber of Planet Express is way better, and they're only 1 down themselves. Oh my god, is Morsey getting out barely by the skin of his teeth. Upper does go down in that exchange. Solly fight in the lobby, and it's going to be Drac who wins that one. Of course it is. Soldier extraordinaire, playing out of his mind so far, and I think he wants to keep this one going onto the second point. That's right, jumping right now, but he's getting denied right now by Iku, the demo man. All of Ownage squad still out, but oh my god, News getting picked off by a body shot right there. And was that Iku going down in return? Ownage squad all over the second point. They should be having it right now. Uber's pretty much even, and Planet Express just going to concede and take the middle.
Yeah, I feel like Planet Express should have had the better end of that. The Uber charge, when they actually used it, they didn't get anything out of it. Could have positioned themselves in a better place on the Spire to be able to work with that better Uber and link up with their spawners, but instead it's Ownage squad managing to repel that last push. Drac diving in deep, will manage to get fragged though. For Iku combining together to take down the pocket soldier, but Tom's in deep as well. But this soldier aggression is happening 1 at a time from Ownage squad. I feel like this is a problem that we'll be seeing again and again so far. Oh, and the headshot as well coming out from Rising, and this is an absolute collapse here from Ownage squad. Only News left alive, and he's going to be bailing out of there. Sheepy was the only person to fall from Planet Express. Complete fail of a push.
Yeah, I think you summed it up perfectly there. Pretty much the play's kind of out of sync, just going 1 by 1 and hoping for the best, but all that happens is now Planet Express is just going to be pushing in with a complete full Uber advantage. Turbo Monkey not even spawned yet. Morsey the Beaver, oh my god, I missed it. Newsy actually getting headshot, and the rest of Planet Express is going straight for this point. Tom's trying to block it as well as Drac. They're getting the damage done, but Planet Express have all the numbers remaining, and it's going to be 2-2 the score in this lightning fast game, Sideshow.
Absolutely, the action has just been backwards and forwards. 15 minutes left, we're only halfway through and the score already 2-2. Now I saw Turbo Monkey switch to the Kritzkrieg for that defense, and that was in anticipation of this mid fight. He was running crits last mid and just got picked right at the tail end of it, which was really unfortunate for him. So they're going to be running that strategy once again. We'll probably see a little bit more passive play, so let's take a look at how they play this one with the Kritzkrieg, Max.
Yeah, they're sort of playing it slowly. Looks like they're walking left their side, trying to meet Planet Express. Soldier of Drac, they're going for a really deep bomb, getting taken quite low. Rising with the counter jump right now, trying to get as much as possible. But 2 heavies down for Ownage squad, but they do manage to get 2 picks themselves onto Planet Express, and they have all the high ground right now. Oh, nice air shot there from Tom to deny the bomb. And
Rising's coming in from behind here. Rising's coming in onto Turbo Monkey, who once again only on 97%. Oh, he's going to find the frag! And Morsey as well. Morsey comes in trying to defend his medic, but just ends up taking the exact same damage.
Yeah, Tom the only one alive right now fighting the scout right now. He's going to have to take him down. It is Icky. Can he... Oh, Urpa, sorry, can he do it? No, he can't. He just gets shot out of the air. Poor Tom. And that's going to leave Serotonin with a huge Uber advantage right now. Only 3 up for Ownage Squad. Let's see if they do another Lemmings suicide attempt to try and get this Uber out of Serotonin, or if they're finally just going to hold their second in a traditional style and hope for the best.
So unfortunate that every time Turbo's used this crit streak, he hasn't got it. It only requires like 32 seconds or something to be able to be built up. You should have it halfway through a mid-fight, but the building's so terrible for him on these mids. I don't quite know why. And News was really deep there, gets fragged as he tries to escape. HP on the other side going to pick up the roaming soldier, and he's just going to be a thorn in their side. But they have a huge Uber advantage. They should just be pushing last and ignoring HP.
That's what they're doing. They're taking it in through 1 right now, trying to get all the damage, focus the players up top. Ownage Squad rotating around. They need to get on this point right now. Uber use from Serotonin, keeping all his players healthy for when this Uber fades. There is a back cap going on right now. If they can hold this, they'll be in a great position. Only 2 remaining. Serotonin trying to get on the point, and they focus him down. Really solid play there. Rising the only one. He managed to stop the second cap. However, he's pretty low, so I think Ownage Squad should be taking the second back and trying to get the momentum going in their favor again.
Yeah, he failed his rocket jump as well. He failed his rocket jump, flew into a fence and wasn't able to escape. Bit of the classic dribble there from Rising, but
Prem roaming.
Absolutely, at its finest. But Ownage Squad have got a free pass here to just take mid, and HP really wants this frag on Sheepy, even though Sheepy got the health kit, and now it looks like the other way around. Sheepy really wanted to chase the frag, but realizes if he goes outside that sewers area, Tom's going to be sat there with a big fat rocket. Rising once again running sniper, so they recognize that they've got the Uber disadvantage, albeit a slight one, and they're going to be putting their Roma onto the sniper, seeing if they can delay this push from mid to second.
Yeah, I think it's been a while since we said that Turbo Monkeys had the Uber advantage, and I think they're just going to wait on middle. Morsi, the Beaver, building with his medic right now. They're going to try and get it as quickly as possible so they can push into the second area. Literally all of the team around this sewers right now. And Rising's watching this choke area, sees a scout, tries to get a shot, but doesn't get anything. I wonder if they know this rotation has happened. It doesn't look like it. They are looking at sewers. Drak going in for a deep bomb right now, so they do know what's happening, but both Ubers are in play right now. They've taken a while. Uber actually forced Drak, gonna have to go in and try and focus the medic. Does actually get a really nice direct onto Serotonin and forces him there. And the Uber being much better does force Ownage Squad out, and no team losing a player there. But the health does look to be a bit better for Planet Express as Drak bombs in and takes down Sheepy, God's hand. The rest of the team fight happening, but it looks like it's going the Planet Express's way. Only 3 remaining. Soldier jumping in right now, getting the scout really low, but he's going to survive. HPQ and Turbo Monkey as well as Tom going to try and get out of fight. Looks like HPQ's not content. He's going to try and take down the medic. He gets onto the sniper, gets him really low, but that's going to be a sore,
nice.
I believe, for Serotonin.
Neo really overextended on the mid. He left his medic with the sniper and provided a path for HP to come in and just pick them both, but HP just whiffs a few of his shots before Neo comes back and dispatches him, and then he stops the pressure from Tom with a nice air shot. Tom's going to be bombing in now though, just misses that air shot once again, and Serotonin is going to survive, so Ownage Squad forced to back it off here despite the fact that they have about a 15% advantage. They don't want to take this fight. Let's have a listen to Ownage Squad comms and see what they're up to.
Here we go.
Just hold on bats there. Let's go close.
I don't see the combos, they might be sneaky.
They're sewer, they're sewer.
Oh yeah, they are, shit.
They pop.
They used.
Maybe. Come to me.
Nothing happening, PT.
Cisco on mid.
The demos, we can
Back.
soldier pipe.
Sniper's watching me choke.
Solid bit. Sewers still.
Solid
stuck in
sewers, all sewers, all sewers.
Gotta take a big start to go. Nice.
That fucking run
Still in
There's
sewers,
soldiers.
I'm dead.
Soldier's in.
Limited 50.
Soldier's
now.
260.
Med second arrow.
Limited 60.
Where's med? Where's med?
I choked.
It's sewers,
Sewers.
I choke now, I choke.
Nice pump.
Nice, Tom.
Nice.
Play
Nice.
heals now, play heals.
I choke, guys.
Soldier's coming in.
Lob it around me, so I jump through.
Downward. Then.
He's dead. Nice.
Nice.
We can start
Double
with
jumps.
Demo's weak.
Nice guys, well played.
What a play by Tom. Unbelievable.
Saving it for his team there. It looked pretty bad. Pretty much all of them were in sewers, and Ownage Squad tried to go through choke, and they almost got wrapped around on, but Tom with a huge play to kill the medic, and then they just sort of killed the bombers one by one and managed to hold it, and now they're pushing onto middle, and they still have a good numbers advantage. Really good for Ownage Squad. Their comms sounded a bit frantic, but I guess it's working for them. It's still 2-2 the score with 9.5 minutes remaining, and it looks like they're going to be trying this sewers push against Sideshow.
Absolutely, they are going to be in from that sewers area. Drak leading it forwards, and he's going to be going in for another bomb. Manages to take down Neo and to pocket down all resistance quashed there. and Ownage Squad in a great position to take this one all the way to last. They have a 75% Uber advantage. That's a ton of time, and they want to be pushing off this pocket pick as well. It looks like they're going to be pushing all their heavies in from the left-hand side. Double soldiers bombing forwards, trying to focus down that heavy weapons guy that Upper was running, and then they're going to be playing the point, and Rising blocks it just for a split second, but I don't think they're going to be able to put enough bodies on point here, Planet Express. They are actually, they're just going to be able to clean it up with the spawn from Neo. Unbelievable, so clutch. Turbo Monkey frag! Is he going to try and take this? Oh god, he could have found the frag on Iku pretty easily there, but went for Neo and tried to blast him off the point instead. Very ballsy play coming out. It almost worked. It was certainly worth going for.
Yeah, and we have Morsey the Beaver right now on Spy. He's going to try and go for a cheeky back cap. That point is almost capped. Planet Express know this. They're going to leave a player or two behind. HPQ already on the second, fighting Sheepy. God's Hand on all the Planet Express look to be coming out. Sheepy going really low there. HP does take him down. Nice play. Still really deep in. Just jumping around on everyone's head. Eventually does get cleaned up by Up. And all of Ownage Squad are here now. Rising jumping getting denied there pretty much. Drak backing up, and the health of Ownage Squad much better. They're definitely winning this battle of attrition, and they even have the numbers advantage now. Planet Express look to be backing up through onto their last through one. Ubers are even, but I don't think Ownage Squad care. They're just going to run in, and Morsey the Beaver with the Spy cap under everyone's nose.
Yeah, he just ran in and he backstabs the pocket and caps the point. I mean, I think they were probably going to take it anyway because they had so much cap time and they looked like they were in a great position, but he goes in there, the sneaky little beaver, and caps it off anyway. 3-2, 7.5 minutes left. The pressure is really mounting for Planet Express now, and Tom's going to dive all the way behind into PC, so the left side's going to be a little bit treacherous for them. He's going to bomb straight back out. He tries to get onto Serotonin. Oh, just that air shot wisps past his feet there, Serotonin, but in the meantime, the rest of Planet Express have gone forward and destroyed Ownage Squad. Only News and a 2 HP Morsey left alive.
Yeah, I like the idea from Tom there, sort of like come behind while the rest of his team push into them, but it just took a little bit too long, and Planet Express recognized like they, I guess, had a number advantage because they knew Tom went there, so they just sort of grouped together, killed anyone that tried to push forward, and eventually just won the middle, and now they're definitely going to take this second with a huge Uber advantage again as they're going to try and push into this last. How many times have I said that, but the score's 3-2 in the favor of Ownage Squad.
Yeah, Planet Express have beefed it quite a few times. I think 3 times they've failed with an Uber charge advantage, so we'll see whether they can pull it off this time. They don't seem to take very good position after the Ubers actually come in, so unless they get a great Uber fight, they can be a little bit stuffed. Let's see how this Uber charge goes. Iku's going to be leading it forwards. They don't have any bombing soldiers in the Uber. That could really hurt them, but it looks like they're just going to play the point with both of their scouts. Ownage Squad, though, flooding down onto the point, baited them onto the point, and then are going to be able to get all the frags. And this idea of how to process last is utterly flawed. It's just really bad from Planet Express.
Yeah, Ownage Squad, in the words of TurboTabs, doing the blob, just grouping up all on the point, making sure if anyone tries to get on it, they just die, and die they did. Now they're going to be pushing into middle with a huge 70% advantage, trying to catch Planet Express as they come out of their forward spawn, but they have all the positioning in the world. Ownage Squad are going to have to make something happen pretty quick if they want to win this fight, and it looks like they are deep bombed by a soldier there, both of them focusing a scout, I believe, but everyone trying to go for some air shots. Oh, it's a demo man, excuse me, and the News and Tom do go down for Ownage Squad, the Uber coming out, Iku going down, and 3 remaining only for Planet Express as they're going to be taking a scout fight in the sewers. It does look like HPQ OEU will be losing that one. The only good thing for Planet Express, as well as their Uber fight. Oh, Solly's actually in on middle, does get taken down. Turbo Monkey manages to stay alive for once.
And now Serotonin has a big Uber advantage. His spawners are just about to come in, and so the question becomes, do Ownage Squad try and venture in through the choke and make something happen? It looks like they've decided to go with a super ballsy approach and just try and take Spire for free in this non-Uber situation, but Rising's going to be in behind Turbo Monkey. Turbo only on 46 health will get cleaned up, and that's going to open the floodgates for Planet Express players to be coming in. Drak and Tom syncing together to do so much work though, and Drak and HP are now in this lobby area. Planet Express have found this much more difficult than it should have been to defend Spire, and now they find themselves with a big Uber charge and no heals on the enemy team, but they're in a horrible position.
Yeah, I think they should be coming out pretty soon to take this second point. Turbo Monkey does spawn on crits. I think he's been a bit optimistic that Planet Express won't push. They've been playing pretty aggressively so far, and it looks like they're going to keep that going. Coming out from under, the spam coming in pretty hard. Tom actually getting in from behind, gets some nice force there with really good damage, and Ownage Squad just going to back up trying to make this Uber useless. They do lose 2 Sullys in the end. HPQ is behind. He's just going to go straight for last. He's going to take a fight with Rising right now, but the cap for second should be happening.
Turbo! Turbo's running over 4 stickies! He's been there forever! Oh, that's such poor play from Turbo Monkey. He saw all the stickies in choke and was just desperately trying to arrow somebody. Get out of there, man. You've got a gigantic Kritzkrieg advantage. And Iku finds a double frag with 1 det there onto Morsi and Turbo Monkey.
Tilt.
Absolutely.
Looks like Tom's hiding in PC right now. He's gonna pop out, a scout's gonna call him with Urpa, and he's actually gonna get wrapped around by Rising. He's gonna take him down, but the revenge comes out from Morsi the Beaver, and I think we're just gonna get a reset in a second. Oh, the headshot onto Serotonin is gonna be great for Owner's squad right now. They should be getting ready to push. They have the numbers advantage and the heals advantage. Well, they're just staying on second though, Sideshow.
Yeah, they've still got that sniper. They're just going to be waiting for any aggression into them. I think Turbo's just called for his team to play around him, just blob up for a little second, anticipating some aggression. But Planet Express weren't about to just bleed players in through that choke point. So they're going to wait until Ownage squad have committed a little bit to the mid-fight. But Tom's in deep there, trades with the roaming soldier. And Drax going to apply enough pressure to get everybody else out. Urpa runs in, but very optimistic play from him. Planet Express are committing to this. They really want to try and take this fight, and they're actually making it work. Wow, what a play from Neo. Just bombs in so deep there. Sheepy distracting as well, and they slam everybody. I wouldn't have taken that fight, but good God did they make it work. I think they were just banking on the fact that Owner Squad were bunched up on the point. They did so much damage.
Yeah, and it did work out for them. Iku going down to a bomb from Tom there, but it does leave Ownage squad with pretty much the double wipe technically, seeing as how quickly Tom died, and that should be second in the way of Planet Express. With the time remaining, Ownage squad look like they want to play aggressive and just keep the block coming, and they're coming out right now, 2 down pretty quickly. Drac coming in from under, Urpa going down to some pipes from News as well. With 2 down, this is looking really good for Ownage squad. It looks like they're going to rotate to this lobby area and keep the fight coming.
They have to be careful not to get caught by this Uber charge. So even if there are a few players down, if they play too aggressively with this defense, Serotonin's just going to bust into them with an Uber charge, surely. They've actually backed off now. Turbo's going to be sat all the way back. He's only on 50% though, and they're going to have time for the spawns to come in 2 minutes. This is going to be momentous if they tie this one up 3-3. In comes the Uber charge, Max.
Yeah, the Heavy's coming in right now, trying to get all the damage they can, but not really getting much. The Heavy is up right now. Morsi, the Beaver, soldiers above him trying to spam. Drac and Tom do go down. The defense power isn't the best, and oh my god, only Morsi 1 HP. 3-3, and the 1 minute 53 remaining. We could have a golden cap, or we could have an insanely quick round like we saw at the start. Let's hope, if you're an Owner Squad fan, or a Planet Express fan, let's see what goes down, Sideshow.
They're running crits once again. Turbo Monkey is determined to make this crits play work, even though it's just not worked any time for them. Not a single time has he run crits to mid, and it's worked out for his team, but that's not going to stop Turbo Monkey. Tom and Rising quick to the mid fights, and they're going to be trading rockets there. Serotonin playing back with Iku, and it's going to be Rising who's initiating. Goes really weak, but just baits the damage into his scouts. He's the first frag, and both of the scouts go down to godly pipes from News. Absolute phenomenal pipes from News coming out there. Drops both of the scouts just as he falls. One of them was after he died, and crushes them. Will they expect the Kritzkrieg to last? And will the Kritzkrieg to last actually end up throwing the round?
I think they should definitely expect the Kritzkrieg. They're going to get the second cap right now. And
it should be a vaccinated defense. It should be every time, honestly, a vaccinated defense, because it negates Kritzkriegs, and you can build it up super quickly. Honestly, Serotonin is throwing by running the Medigun here. If you put a bit of thought into his play, it should be vax every time.
If you say so. But the full crits advantage is going to be coming in now. There are a couple of seconds left on the clock, 38 to be exact, and Owner Squad are going to be playing on this right side, something they haven't really done yet. Tom in pretty deep. All the Uber finally, the crits even doesn't actually get anything, but they get the cap.
They just run onto the point! Clutch play from Ownage Squad there, but what are Planet Express doing? They were playing back, anticipating the fact that they'd have to kite the Uber charge, and instead Ownage Squad just bait the Uber charge advantage and swarm onto the point. Such a phenomenal play. They just clutched it in the final dying seconds. 25 seconds were left for this round. No chance of that, and Ownage Squad have taken the first map process.
Oh, and what a map it was. Oh, that game was so exciting to watch. It was so quick. Everyone just hitting insane shots, just playing amazingly. That was a really enjoyable game. The first round was lightning fast. And all the soldiers, every class pretty much. I don't think anyone really stood out as doing with such a terrible performance. But let's see if I'm a liar by looking at some of these numbers in the log, Sideshow.
A very good idea. I'll be taking a look at the airshot statistics as well, because Drac was hitting some fat middies.
13 of them to be exact. What a big number. We do have news top damaging with 9.4k, 20 frags, 10 assists, and 18 deaths. Really solid performance from him. HPQ big 30 frags, 8 assists, and 23 deaths. Pretty much no one on Owner's squad really with like terrible stats. Tom 18 to 28, but I don't think you can like call him out on that, because a lot of the bombs he went for were like the right idea in my opinion. He just didn't really pull them off.
Really interesting to note, actually, that in terms of frags, Planet Express were leading by 8 frags, 117 to 109. But in terms of damage dealt, Ownage Squad were beating them by 1,700 damage over the course of the game. Damage does more often correlate with a victory than frags, so maybe they should be going for that instead. News and HP putting up some fat numbers, as was Drac. But I think the real story of this game was the Planet Express failed Ubers into last. I think if they had if they converted 1 more, 2 more, they had the opportunity to convert 3 more of those pushes into last, and Ownage Squad were doing it almost every time. If Planet Express honed their process last pushes, they would have won that game, I think.
I completely agree. They definitely had more chances to cap out the game, but they just couldn't do it. Something else that stands out to me is Seratone's 9 death to Turbo Monkey's 13, which as well should usually mean a lot more opportunities to get stuff going. And if you saw the game they did, they just didn't really capitalize. I think Ownage Squad just managed to play better off their situation that they had.
Yeah, I think the 3 players there that are highlighted in the damages, News, HP, and Drac, just played an absolutely phenomenal game. HP really surprised me at how ballsy he was being, actually. He was just running into 2v1s, running into a 3v1 just to buy time, and with absolutely no fear, just delaying people for so long, putting out sick damage, getting the frags. He was a star player. And then the 2 players in the combo there, Drac and News, were just godlike. Iku and Neo just couldn't stand up to them.
Yeah, I really liked watching HPQ just going for a stare on people's heads just so many times. He'd like win a 1v1, then everyone would come out to focus him, and he'd just jump out and just start dancing on all of their heads, and it'd take him forever to kill him, and it would just buy time for the rest of his team to come in, as you were saying. I think all of Ownage Squad were playing really well, but that, not to put down Planet Express, they were definitely playing really well, but the reason they lost is they just kind of beefed some of their last pushes. Type moo in chat for the beef, I guess, boy. But,
Absolutely.
Well, we have the next map coming up, which is what, Sideshow?
It is Gully Wash. We should have maybe talked about the maps before we went live, but or not before we went live, but before the game went live. So I'll run you through how the map process works for the playoffs in ETF2L. What happens is one team is higher seeded going into it. In this situation, it was Planet Express had the higher seed. So they choose whether or not they get the first ban. So they chose Ownage Squad to have the first ban. They banned Sunshine, and Planet Express banned Granary. So then from that situation, with 5 maps left in the map pool, the higher seed has 2 picks and Ownage Squad have 1 pick. So Ownage Squad's pick was Gully Wash, which is what we're going into next. So that means Planet Express picked Process, and then they picked Badlands Decider. So given the fact that Planet Express have lost on their pick, albeit an incredibly close loss, if Ownage Squad are feeling comfortable on Gully Wash, they could take this in 2 maps. It might not even come down to Badlands, where Planet Express are feeling comfortable again.
I'll do some theory crafting in a second. Just to let you know, Sideshow, I've received a message from HPQ saying, Max, tell Sideshow to change map, we don't have Archon.
A very good point. I completely forgotten about that. I rented the server for these guys, so I forgot that I have to do that kind of shenanigans. Let me do that while you theory craft, Max.
Alright, so something we saw a lot on Process was these deep solid bombs by Drac and Tom. And playing into Gully Wash middles, it can be pretty much decided entirely by soldier bombs and demo presence. I think Iku and News are pretty much tit for tat on middles in terms of how much they were doing. But I think Drac and Tom had more soldier synergy. I think both soldiers on Planet Express played really fine individually. Rising was doing the roamer stuff right, and Neo was doing the pocket stuff right. But I never really felt like they were playing together, and I think that's something that Ownage Squad, as being a team that's lasted for so long, really do have over Planet Express, is just this more cohesion and team play. And I think into Gully Wash it could definitely lend their hand, and from what I've seen, they're a very strong Gully Wash team, so I'm really looking forward to the next game.
Sounds like it's going to be very interesting then. Hopefully I haven't broken the server because I was using the remote Archon, which sometimes goes a little bit dodgy for me. Maybe I should just give the players the Archon password, but we'll see. I have full faith in my ability to work TF2 after having played it for 7 years or something. Oh, I'm a god. We're off to Gully Wash. Fantastic stuff. So, yeah, which team are you favouring then going into Gully? You think they'll take it in 2 maps, or is it going to be 1-1 at the end of this?
I'm going to go with the cliche cop-out answer and say I want Ownage Squad to win. It's their pick, so they should win, but I want a 3rd map. I love how these 2 teams are playing against each other tonight, Sideshow, and I think Badlands would be a great watch.
I think it absolutely would. I also think that the mental game is something that we haven't quite talked about, but is incredibly important for this fixture, because the mental game for Ownage Squad is not strong. They remind me of kind of like a TLR team of seasons past, where they are influenced incredibly strongly by what goes on in the game. So if they're having a great game, they'll feel really hyped, they'll go into it, it'll be fantastic. If they're having a bad game, they will tilt so hard. It's a Brit mumble, so everyone knows that means it's dreadful, it's full of tilt, and the fact that they won that first map and it was so tense, I think is going to hype them up so much going into Gully Wash. But if they'd lost, I think it would be a disaster.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think this, in all honesty, like they should have all the momentum should be like peaking right now. They like beat their opponent's map, and honestly, this next middle honestly could decide it. I know I just said honestly like 5 times, but like honestly, it could. Like if they lose it like really convincingly and get rolled straight onto their last, like that could just be it. Like Ownage Squad have shown some really bad cases of tilt, dropping points to teams that, in all honesty, they shouldn't have been dropping throughout the season. It's why their playoff spot was a bit of a mystery when it shouldn't be, because in PCWs these guys are beating top 5 convincingly and stuff like that. When they're on point, they can definitely perform so solidly, but they can just have such off days. But it doesn't look like today is one of them. I think they're playing really well so far. You could hear it in their comms, they were really frantic, but it was pretty much what they needed. They got the job done. I mean, they won, you know, so they're definitely doing something right. But I think this map should... Yeah, this map pretty much decides it. I think if Ownage Squad lose this, and there's not that much chance they could win Badlands, because Brit mumble. But that's really harsh.
Well, I think it's being harsh, but it's also being fair when you think about it, because I think... one of the players that really stands out to me is, oh, maybe, in fact, there's multiple people, but I mean, Turbo Monkey and Morsey Fanshaw really stand out as people who are very easily swayed by how they think they're performing, how they think the team is performing, and they easily lose hope and easily lose focus. So as long as they can keep it together, they're looking good, and this is us diving into the second map. It's Ownage Squad versus Planet Express. This is the ETF2L high playoff quarterfinal if you guys have just joined us, and currently Ownage Squad are 1 map up. Let's see if Planet Express can reply.
Yeah, Ownage Squad look like they're taking their own side, as well as Planet Express for this middle. The nipple fight coming out, Drank getting pretty low, but the first pick does go the way of the Ownage Squad, and another pick onto Iku's middle, looking really good for Ownage Squad. Another fast one, 4 quick kills straight away. HPQ not done, getting in onto Seroto, knocks him down really low, and gets him both of the scouts. Oh my god, Morsey and HP focusing down brilliantly. Alright then, I said if they lost that middle convincingly, it might have been bad, but this is looking absolutely amazing. Such a quick middle there, Sideshow.
Absolutely. Drac slammed one of the soldiers back down onto floor, and then HP cleaned up 3 of the players, so fantastic stuff from the same people we've been seeing on Process as well. And now Ownage Squad have this Ubercharge advantage. To be fair to them, they've managed to convert on almost all of their Uber advantage pushes into the last of Process. Let's see if they can manage the same thing on Gully Wash. Gully Wash is notorious for being a difficult last point to push, and the Sentry and Pyro coming out there doing so much work. They've managed to destroy both of them, but are they going to be able to find the frags afterwards? Iku falls though, and that's going to be disastrous. Neo has to block the point, and they are cleaning up these frags. Rising is the last man standing, and Serotonin can't quite finish it off either. Ownage Squad are going to be able to convert that one. Really nicely done.
Yeah, lovely push. It looked like it might have been pretty bad, the Uber, like the stickies knocking up Drac pretty early on, but they managed to just get down that sentry and get all the space that they needed. HPQ manages to get the point pretty much almost cap coming in from water, and then they have to just drop to the point and they get focused 1 by 1. But that was then, and this is now, and on this middle, Iku looks to be a bit faster than News, who's getting really pressured by the soldiers, but it looks like Ownage Squad are going to take the fight right to Planet Express. Tom waiting to bomb, but getting knocked down really low, but he's just going to surf the rocket up. Him and Drac are going to get taken down pretty quickly. This middle looked like it should be going towards Planet Express, but Ownage Squad moving across the point as 1 unit, managed to get a lot done. News with a nice pick onto Urpa, as well as a scout of Morsey. Medic and scout fighting in their choke.
Iku was just kind of stuck behind and is gonna come in with about 10 HP and pick up 2 of them. No way, that should never have happened. The Ownage squad should have had that. Should have had the mid-fight and been able to try and make a play onto Serotonin, potentially to clean everybody up. But Serotonin just sat back in choke point being defended, and Iku came behind from Big Door, and who knows how, but managed to clean up News and one of the scouts.
Tom gonna try and bomb in really aggressively into the choke, but just gets focused down instantly. Drak gonna try jump, but gets knocked back pretty quickly. Planet Express gonna try and get this point pretty early on. Ownage squad do look like they're holding this top area. That's a Soldier of rising in behind all the way into last. Jumps onto Turbo Monkey. 1 nice rocket, 2 nice rockets, and gonna take him down while the rest of his team caps the second. And I think they're gonna keep this pressure going straight in as they have Uber Sideshow.
They do indeed. Turbo Monkey has a 10-second spawn as well, so no heals on the rest of the team. That could really hurt them. In comes Sheepy, diving to the point. Erpo finds frags as well, and that one was an absolute disaster. 1-1 is the scoreline. So well played on the mid-fight by Planet Express, but it still nearly went the way of Ownage squad, so they'll be looking to repeat that and do better. Let's see how it works out for these teams. They have actually paused though, so we'll have a small delay before we go into this next mid-fight.
Isn't that exactly how the first map started, right? Ownage squad with 1 really quick round and Planet Express answering with a fairly quick round of their own, right? Or
yeah,
is my memory terrible?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, so
looks like
Ownage squad came explosively out of the barrel both times. And Planet Express have managed to reply. Neither team's going down by significant margins, it's just they're trading round after round against each other.
Yeah, I think this is going to be another really good game. Gollywash can either be really exciting or really boring, and so far looks like we're in for a treat. As well as another thing, if you look at the positions in this pause, they're honestly exactly mirrored. Drak is like at the same height and position as Neo is on the other side.
And neither team running the Crits Creek either, because Turbo Monkey was running that fairly often actually on Process. Did we see... I don't think we saw a single crit kill.
No. We saw 1 crits onto a last.
Yeah, we saw 1 crit onto a last and it won them the round, but I don't think it was... There was nothing to do with the Crits Creek, it was just the fact that they were coming in and then played the point. So far we're 0 for about 5 in terms of Turbo Monkey's attempted Crits Creek plays, but he seems like he still wants to go for it, so we'll see whether he pulls it out on Gollywash.
Well, can you blame that onto Turbo Monkey in all honesty?
No, not at all. I mean, the situations where he was running into the mid-fights, he was getting picked on about 95%. It might be because he's not connecting with the right people on mids, though, to be fair. It could be Turbo Monkey's fault, because he should have had the Crits Creek way earlier than he was actually getting it. But that could also be just the fault of players not recycling heals well enough for him to be able to heal people. I think he was just attached to like a buff Demoman the entire time because he didn't want Noose to die for the crits. But that's that puts you in a bit of a sticky situation for the actual mid-fight.
Well, matching me pun for pun right now, I think, as well. But one other thing I noticed as well, during the actual crits that did go off, News didn't get any kills. And if you've ever talked to him, he's very proud of how successful his crits are. Now it's been live on air, he just completely whiffed one. So I just want to point that out, just to ruin his ego a little bit, because that's why I'm here, in all honesty. It's just to make everyone feel that little bit worse. But
yeah.
I think the rest of this game should definitely be exciting. I hope there's no real crits player. I don't think crits is ever that exciting on Gollywash. Like, it can be really stalematey, so, like, especially around the second point, if you get caught, like, with the crits, if you're pushing or defending, in both cases, it's really bad. It can be nice for the last, but that's pretty much it. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think there's potential for running it if it's been a fast-paced back-and-forth game, but Gollywash has that ability to be super quick because the points are so close to each other and you can gain momentum very quickly, or it can actually be an incredibly slow map because the choke points are so difficult to get through occasionally and there's only 2 of them. So it depends. I think this is going to be a very quick back and forth game, similar to how Process was. I mean, we're 1-1 already and we've only played a few minutes, 2 minutes or something like that, so I think we could be seeing a crits, and it could work out pretty well for the team who runs it. But it's a situation where you're putting all your eggs in one basket, and it's very easy for the other team to destroy you as you come in from a choke point. So we'll see how it works out. I think they also have the opportunity to put themselves on tilt if it's a bad play from a crits creek, because you know it's the situation where one person calls it and it's a possibility for the rest of the team to get on tilt just by virtue of it being a bad call. But we've gone live once again, Max. Here's our third mid.
Yeah, Rising playing in this drop-down area. Iku was much faster than News, but it almost doesn't matter. Both soldiers of Tom and Drak going in. Tom gets taken down, but they've done so much damage right now. Owner's squad just need to capitalize. The scouts need to go huge, and so far they are. Scout does get onto News, but he does get taken down by more HPQ, sorry, and there's going to be a full wipe. The scouts doing exactly what they had right there. Morsi is playing amazing, and I'm a fan because he sure is impressing me, and I'm just loving what I'm seeing right now with a full wipe. I think this should definitely be another last with how quickly both teams are playing.
I caught that pun, but I don't know whether many other people did. That was a subtle one. I liked it. But News dived all the way in there and managed to find the frag onto the sniper. Rising was running sniper there, trying to go forward, see if he could get an aggressive play, possibly peeking Riverside, something like that. But he did die, and is about to get his respawn just about now. He's going to actually respawn on sniper once again as well, so it really didn't do that much for them. Pro once again dropping down with the pyro plays, but not supported by the rest of his team. Going to delay the Uber charge for quite a while, but News is still full health, and both of the scouts are on the point. Neo's going to drop down, and they have managed to secure that one, but Morsi's coming in. They find the frag onto him, and now it's all up to Drak. Turbo Monkey running on the point. Wow, what a play from Turbo. Runs on there, takes all the attention, finds an Ubersaw frag, and then Drak drops down and does all the damage.
Yeah, it was a really nice play, but one unfortunate thing for Planet Express, I don't know if you saw that, Seroton was pretty much just AFK in the back. I think he DC'd, and that's why we had the pause, but in the end that does leave it 2-1. Ownage squad in a big lead, and they're going to look to keep the pressure going on this middle, I think. Right now, both teams have been usually taking the opponents, no, Planet Express have been taking their side, but now they're going to take the opponents, and all of Ownage squad finally getting up top now. It pretty much a slow mid for the first time ever. Tom going in for a deep jump, again does 1 million damage. Now Drak for the follow-up, another 1 million damage being done. Rising gets taken down. Oh my god, Ownage squad just keeping themselves all together right now, playing around these heroes so well. Both scouts up right now, should get cleaned up.
Seroton is going for the frag on Turbo Monkey. There's a medic 1v1, and Turbo Monkey absolutely destroys him. 2 Ubersaws, and Seroton decided to try and take it into his own hands there, but didn't quite work out for him. If he found that med pick, it would have been huge. But that was beautiful play from Tom and Drak. Absolute textbook soldier performance. Just one after another, cycling the heals and bombing in. Taking pressure, doing damage, and getting position for the rest of their team. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, and HPQ wants to keep this going, chasing the sniper really deep, does go low himself, actually gets taken down. Headshot happened onto News as well, so I guess not good enough play from HP there. 2 down, but however, there is a NG up right now for the Planet Express, so their push isn't as good as it could be. Rising going in really deep, trying to fight Tom. The health is better for Tom, but he can't quite get the pick, actually gets taken down. And I think Ownage squad are in their big door, and it looks like they're going for the wraparound play in lower. Have they been called? I would hope so. Scouts actually getting onto the fight now. The Uber getting used in through main, trying to get all the damage. The sentry hitting them. It looks like they should be winning this one, Sideshow.
Is going to be coming out of the spawn door, but Drak's on the ring, and he's going to drop to point. That's going to bait all of the aggression down there. Now it's just going to be an absolute cluster. And once again, the medics were going for an Ubersaw battle, but Turbo Monkey doesn't quite have the balls that Seroton does, choosing the wiser decision to run away, but Rising could have caught him there if he'd committed to it. Instead, coming back just to defend his medic and staying on last, leaving the frag to Sheepy. Look at Tom's position, though, in Riverside. This could be dangerous.
Yeah, HP trying to take the fight with Sheepy right now onto second. Both of them kind of beefing their shots. It does look to be going in the way of Sheepy trying to chase down that pick, but the rest of Ownage squad coming in. He does get it, but he should get taken down in revenge. But the rest of Planet Express going to be coming out there with their full Uber advantage, and that's going to be 4 down for Planet Express, for Ownage squad, excuse me. Really nice, solid play there. News with a sticky trap, but doesn't actually get anything, and they should be keeping this one going all the way into middle. It doesn't look like anyone's in for the force except Tom, who's hiding under.
Yeah, very well played here by Planet Express. They're gaining momentum. Tom is getting destroyed every time he goes in for a bomb. They've just got his number completely. I don't think Tom's made a singular play. You know what I mean? Where he's just going in on his own, trying to get a force out or trying to make a play. He's done so much work when he's combining with the rest of his team. But just trying to go in on his own like that against Planet Express, he has not found himself with a pick or a pop, pretty much that I can remember over the course of the 2 maps so far. So maybe Ownage squad should be going for these spam forces instead and trying to disappear as soon as Seroton pops, but it puts them in a situation where they have to commit a few more players than just Tom, so maybe they're just confident throwing one player in and then backing it out, giving up position, but they found themselves in a sticky situation now, 65%, and here comes the Uber.
Yeah, Iku taking this one in, pretty much catching Tom out completely while the rest of his team tries to force Ownage squad into their spawn, which they do. The rotation comes out now, good cap time, and the numbers advantage in their favor. They just need to finish off this cap. Ownage Squad not going to let it happen too easily. Turbo Monkey with a nice Uber Store into Iku, going to give himself the Uber, and there's 2 remaining. They're going to go cap second and fail the last push again for Planet Express.
Really clutch by News. News threw himself onto the point and managed to block enough time for HP to run out of the spawn and clean up those last few players. I don't think they're going to expect this spy, except HP just runs straight into him, and now Sheepy's going to just use the pistol and try and take down Turbo. Turbo was 1 revolver shot away from dropping, but holds onto it. He's not popping to no spy. He's not Permzilla, who pops to a wasp sneezing on his nose.
Well, let's see if he can do another Permzilla impression and drop as his team is trying to push through this choke right now. Well, it looks like we'll have to wait to find out because we have another pause.
Yeah, hopefully this isn't Serotonin dropping again. Although it could be, as I see him highlighted in the mumble. Yep, it's Serotonin. Unfortunately, has just disconnected from the mumble, so I imagine that his internet has dropped. So 90 seconds in the future, we're going to be seeing Serotonin in a sticky position, or leaving his team in a bad position actually, because it's very difficult to do anything when your medic times out. It essentially gives up at least a push, maybe even an entire round. So hopefully this map isn't just going to be the tale of how Serotonin's internet through the quarterfinal for Planet Express, but Ownage Squad are still playing really well. I think they deserve the rounds to be 2-1 in their favor at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think... it's really unfortunate for Serotonin, but I don't think you could say, like, oh, it's definitely just because Serotonin was lagging. Like, Ownage Squad are playing really well. If you look at their middles alone, you can see that they definitely know what they're doing, and they're proving they should be here. And I'm just loving what I'm seeing. It's really unfortunate for Planet Express, but they're no slouches either. They still got that 1 round, and they've been pushing really well. The problem is, again, it looks like these lasts don't really go in their favor, which seems to be the tale of this fixture.
It really does. If Planet Express had those well-executed last pushes, they would be in such a better position. They just seem to fail almost every one. I mean, it only feels like that from a spectator's point of view. If we look at the actual statistics, I'm sure it's more like 50%, but even 50% is really dire compared to what Ownage Squad are able to pull out every time they're pushing last with the Uber advantage. And it's not really the case that Ownage Squad's defenses are really good. I mean, neither team's up anything special on the defense. There's no people coming up with real clutch plays to win them the defense. It's simply a matter of Planet Express prioritizing the wrong people, playing the cap at the wrong time, and not being able to convert them.
Yeah, we have a slight unpause there, but just to quickly continue your point, it could have a lot to do with this hijacking we mentioned earlier. Just they haven't really had much time to play with the roster that they have right now, and it could lead to stuff like this when pushing last. Like, your team play just needs to be on point if you want to get these conversions. Otherwise, what you've been seeing here is pretty much what happens. Stay with your teams, boys.
So, what's the the pause I'm sure is going to end fairly shortly. We saw the quick unpause, repause, but what's going to happen in this situation? So it's 90 seconds before Serotonin actually disconnects, so there's going to be a whole push, perhaps even a whole round before Serotonin dies or is disconnected from the server here. And it looks like Turbo Monkey is going to be pushing in from the choke point. They're in a pretty good position just to take mid without any casualties after Ownage Squad after Planet Express threw in their spy in a disastrous play there. Sheepy just running into one of the scouts. So Serotonin and his team, they're going to be pushed all the way back to second here, barring a miracle play by Neo, I think.
Yeah, like, I think what's probably going to happen is Turbo Monkey's going to get forced by spam, but it's whatever they were planning to use for choke anyway. And if you look on the flank, HPQ and Morsi are ready to come in through. The only person there is Erpa. To stop them, and I don't think he's really going to get anything done. Rising's jumping away, and all of Planet Express are pretty much scattered. Serotonin isn't healing anyone, so it looks like going into this fight, the Ownage Squad have pretty much look poised to take this. They do have Tom down, but Sheepy is also down for Planet Express, so it shouldn't be too much of a factor, and I think you're definitely right. Planet Express look like... Ownage Squad look like they're definitely in a good position to win this middle.
We'll see how it works out, though. If you have... Yeah, absolutely. If you have just joined us, this is the quarterfinal of the High playoffs. If you're not familiar with ETF2L, because they did have a bit of a division restructuring a few seasons ago, High is the equivalent of intermediate in ESEA, or the equivalent of Division 1 and 2 in the previous ETF2L system. So it's pretty big. Whoever wins these playoffs goes into Premiership next season, so both of these teams playing for their right to be entered straight into Prem and battle with the big boys. But for the moment, they've still got quite the journey to go. Only Squad are up one map right now. They took Process, the first map, which was Planet Express's pick, and they took that one 4-3. Super close game. They're currently winning this one 2-1, and looking good to take it in 2 maps, but Planet Express not going to allow them to do that. I'm going to take a look at the Saloon page actually and see where the punters place their bets. As usual, this game was on Saloon.tf, so you had your opportunity to put your money where your mouth is. Did you do that, Max?
I don't bet.
A very wise decision.
I like to keep my money safe and secure. This message paid for by someone.
By the banking corporation
By
of the United Kingdom. Yeah, it's yeah, I like to throw away my virtual hats and virtual keys, so I placed a bet on Planet Express. I thought they were potentially the safer team to take it. I was expecting the mental game to come into this a little more than it currently has. We'll use team comms as well in the later half of this map after the unpause has been figured out, because we want to get a grip on what these teams are feeling as they go into this, because I think how the team atmosphere and the team ambiance in the Mumble is really crucial to how these two teams are playing.
Yeah, I think Planet Express are probably, like, from what we sounded earlier, like, their comms sound a lot more controlled, if you know what I mean. Like, sort of everyone has, they know what they're supposed to be saying, whereas Planet Express is sort of like, oh, scouts down, go in, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. And just, it seemed a bit more frantic, but again, it's like working out for them. So I guess they're pretty comfortable with like what they're supposed to be doing at all times. But and it's just, I don't know. They didn't sound too tilty just yet, from what we've heard so far. Like, it's all subject to change. You never know. Someone could hit a magical air shot, and suddenly the whole atmosphere is just, that's down. We could push, whatever. A typical Brit mumble. But
absolutely,
I don't think that will happen. I think that all the momentum is definitely on their side. And I believe the Ownage squad can do this.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're in a great position right now. I don't think they're feeling affected mentally at all. Here we go with the unpause then. We're seeing this push in. They do actually find the pick onto Drac. Neo finds that frag. That's an interesting one. And Turbo Monkey down to 13 health. Sheepy's going to come in and drop him. Oh, Sheepy just runs in and drops the medic Ownage squad there, who was trying to hold it on 13 health. There was no way he could have known that Sheepy was flanking actually, so that's not a bad drop. It's just the rest of his team not being able to control the players from Planet Express. The flanks just absolutely tearing them apart. The fact they lost Drac as well was momentous there. And they pick up the frag onto Morsi. HP gonna come in with the flank though. He's onto Serotonin. Does actually find that pick there. Great play from HP, equalizing the medic situation. But Planet Express have still got the upper hand here, and they look like they're going to be pushing into second. Interesting to note as well, in the Mumble, Tommy has actually come in as well, so I don't know whether he's going to be subbing. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on the teams.
Yeah, I'd just like to point out Sheepy going absolutely huge there, and even typing into chat, nice drop noob, after dropping Turbo Monkey as well as getting news and going ham. HPQ does return the favor, but the last push happening right now, and Neo getting taken down, another pick onto Sheepy, God's hand. Pretty much looking really good hold for Ownage squad, and the Uber's going to be coming up soon, so I think they want to take the second back. Only 3 remaining for Planet Express. There is a sniper in the field, though, going to be taking aim, but does not manage to get anything. HPQ is just going to be capping out this point, and Planet Express, this is the point where they asked for the pause, so I think they're just going to give the second to Ownage squad.
Yeah, they dropped Serotonin here, who is back in the server right now, so we'll see how this one goes. Ownage squad once again with a full Uber advantage, pushing mid. So the drop of Serotonin really didn't cost them that much actually, because they were in a great position anyway. But Drac is going to go down here, falls to the scouts once again, and Morsi picked by a fully charged body shot. So suddenly Ownage squad not in such a good position, and Neo's once again going to be prodding. Tom on 20 HP gets killed by a roller as well. So Ownage squad have to force off their Uber charge. They do find Neo, but Serotonin's going to be booking it out of there. And Urpa rising, and Iku still floating around this mid. Urpa with some sick body blocks. What a play by Urpa. That's fantastic, and is going to help Iku finish off both of those kills. That's fantastic. Such cerebral play from Urpa to be blocking them with his body in that tight choke point, waiting for the rest of his team to finish off the frags. Does this put Ownage squad on tilt?
Yeah, it could be the play that does it. Like, they lost 3 players and Turbo Monkey used his Uber, but I don't think they did the right thing with it. They should have just used it to back out safely, but instead they tried to get more picks and just sort of someone else went down right as the Uber happened, and when they tried to leave, Urpa was already in position to stop him, and then Iku, just cleans them all up, and that's going to leave Serotonin with a huge Uber advantage to push onto this last. Where are they going to take it? It looks like they want to go through Shutter on this one, question mark? Yeah, Demo and a Scout through Shutter. It's all up to HPQ with his Pyro plays right now. Really good job on the denial so far, but Iku's going to be jumping in. I hear a sentry gun taking players down, and was it Neo trying to get the shots, but he's just going to get focused. Only 2 remaining.
Another failed last push with Uber advantage. How many of these can we see before Planet Express decide to actually fix what they're doing? They found quite a few frags, but there's just no chance of them being able to convert that one. They didn't get past the Pyro very well. They dropped Sheepy and Rising, and then Iku gets killed by the sentry gun, which he isn't able to take out. It's just disaster after disaster. Let's take a listen to their comms, see how they're feeling.
I'm gonna jump.
Yeah.
I'm in talk. Jumping now. Making talk to the bit.
Nice, nice.
I'm just chasing.
We're out in second.
They're all close now.
Where do you spawn?
1.
Let's talk close.
I am
6
here.
per second. 6 for me. I'm not getting pulled. I'm holding close.
I'm with you.
I'll come with Victor, I think. Go Soldiers as well.
Okay. Come in, Victor with shields.
Some more Scout.
They've come back, I think. They might be killed now.
Let's push one line.
Sticky is choke.
Yeah, we've gone.
They're on their side of mid. Goats above mid. One Solly is hiding somewhere. Don't know
We're
where.
pushing Victor.
Solly might be in our
Just
banana.
Nothing here. Scout is checked.
Taking everyone down.
Solly weak.
down.
Solly
Almost
jumping.
out. Need to get time.
I'm pushing
Fix,
Victor.
I'm going up right.
2 piece, sneak.
Are you going right?
Sneak.
I can jump
Yeah, I'm
show.
going, I'm going.
They're
Taking
now.
talk.
They're coming with me.
Let's
Just
start.
getting back. No.
Full
Back
reverse.
down.
Nice.
Let's not, let's not.
Demo here. What's up? They will jump us. Demo weak.
Where's the mid?
Can I come in?
Mid dive.
Come on down.
Let's dead, chill.
Solly on top. Okay. Watch
Soldier
out.
dead. Soldier top.
He's the only one. He will just spawn us. Watch out.
What a play. It's great play from Rising. Oh, Drag! Oh, Drag! Oh my god, Drag just flies in from up top. He was the only player left alive and he's somehow clutched it, and then Tom cleans them up. I thought that was in the bag. What was going on? They just take their eye off the ball for 2 seconds and Drag and Tom annihilate them. What
Tom with a really
rocket
nice shot
again.
to a Scout there as well. Urpa just ran in from behind and took down News, but Tom airshot him, so I guess he wins that ultimately. But as you were saying, really solid play from Rising there. Just telling everyone to chill. I really like that calm, like when the med was down. I think someone called that Drac was alive, but he still managed just to bomb in and take down, I think it's Tommy now, the medic. Really solid from him, leaving the Ubers even. All the players up right now, and I think we're just going to be waiting for someone to do something before a push happens. Stickies on the little platform here on middle. Let's see if that comes into play. I think Owner Squad looked like they're ready to push Sideshow.
Just from listening to the comms there though as well from Planet Express, I think you can hear who the inexperienced players are, because even when Rising made the call to chill out, like one of the scouts, Urpa, was still diving in, trying to get frags. Sheepy was still fighting people. They weren't playing around their medic, who is now Tommy, by the way, as we alluded to before. Tommy is coming in to sub for Serotonin due to Serotonin's connection issues. So they really have a problem, I think, with a little bit of basic team cohesion. The calling structure may be a little bit off by Planet Express, but something wasn't going right for them. But at the moment, we've just got this classic gully wash stalemate in between the choke points, and we're waiting for somebody to break it. Who's it going to be on, Max?
Planet Express, it looks like it's their turn. They're going into this big door area. Owner Squad need to start spamming them pretty soon. Sheepy does get taken down in this lower area, however, return frag onto HPQ, and that's Planet Express are just going to back out and rotate to that choke. They flirted with pushing there, but I guess they got turned down. No number for them. I think Owner Squad are just going to get bored and try something. Yeah, the Ubo actually forced that they're going to have to take this one into middle, but all the positioning advantage is all on Planet Express. About 1 million stickies in this choke point, just shutting down News and Turbo Monkey there. Uber does actually get forced. My apologies, I missed that, as they're going to come in through this choke area. Stickies raining from Iku right now. Drac and Neo fighting up top, but it looks like this point should be going to Planet Express. Or not, because Owner's Squad are going to keep the fight coming. They do have both of their soldiers down right now. The scout's really low, but they do get the picks. Who is capping it? Neo up top with really low HP. It's a 3v4 situation. Spawner's advantage, I guess, for Owner's, and they managed to block it. Oh, Neo's actually still on second. Nice pipe. Oh, sticky from News to kill him off. And that should finally quell the violence.
And in all of these situations where they have a kind of messy fight afterwards, Ownage squad seem to be coming out on top. The DM is just shining from them tonight.
Yeah, IQ really far in, getting taken down by the scouts. Solid play to recognize how overextended he was. We do have Sheepy going to try and run in. A sticky from him, not going to knock him low, and a scout of a Mossy going to chase him away. But it looks like Planet Express aren't happy. They're jumping in right now. Rising getting 2 picks as well as Neo. It's going to be Tom, Mossy, and News all going down, and that should finally be the second going to Planet Express.
Yeah, and as soon as I say that the DM talent is shining from them, they completely mess it up and Planet Express are able to take it. But now we're in this situation again where Planet Express have this uber advantage push. Everything should be in their favour, but I just have that sneaking suspicion, Max, that they're going to bollocks it all up again.
One more time, let's see. They're going to choose to uber in through main right now. Both Sollies going in right now. One's going to focus the point, the other's going to focus the frag. All of Ownage squad around their main, knocking Planet Express really low. Neo almost caps the point single-handed. All of Ownage squad coming to block this middle right now, but Rising just shoots 3 rockets and gets like 100 kills along with his scouts, and they're going to cap it out 2-2 the score. Finally a slow round. I think I want another quick round Sideshow after that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that one took quite a while, but Planet Express come out on the better end of it. They managed to find it. Let's have a listen to the Ownage squad comms on mid.
They must be going right side.
Take this.
I'm jumping onto the point now.
It's going right now.
They're focusing left side now.
Soldiers in. They're choke.
Okay, they're taking our side.
getting
They're
out.
taking
Okay.
their side. Okay, this is fucked. But mid side, what the fuck?
Just
We have
try and get out,
70%.
maybe.
Nice. Just
Tom,
scout
chasing.
Solid down. Oh
Nice.
my
Two
god.
up, two
Scout
up.
chasing.
News.
Come back.
160.
I'm dead. He is 85 on seconds.
Okay.
Back if you can help.
I'm
Oh, you're
in
dead.
mid. I'm on
Where?
dead road.
Where?
I'm dead. Holy shit. He's forehead.
Dead.
So you jump through choke. You should go now, Dry.
Nice guys.
Okay, I'm hiding at big doors.
Okay. Then more
Somebody
going to mid now.
lobby, please.
More
They're gonna be
mid. I'm
done.
going up.
Cool when they're in. Oh fuck, Scott's there.
I'm in.
I'm
I'll
at
make
dead
calls.
now. Soldier's jumped in. Soldier. Soldier 100. Soldier's fucking weak.
Guys, I'm on that floor.
Soldier's
on the
weak under.
left. I can't hear you there.
He got the crossbow.
I'm not with you right now.
Okay.
I'm out.
What? Okay, just back
I'm
out.
still
Just
on
back out.
crits.
Get on second.
Take
They
us
have a bit of an advantage. We're going top.
Dead. Scouts under.
It's just you guys.
He's going big door. Big door.
Yeah, just
What a strange, long, weird mid-fight, Max.
Oh, it was odd indeed. It looked like it was definitely going to go Planet Express's way, then suddenly the wind blows in the favor of Ownage squad, and they start to win it, and then they start to lose it again, and I've just lost all momentum because there's another pause in this game. And both medics are on crits. I just noticed that.
Pretty interesting. Both of the medics running crit streak there after a weird, sloppy play. Maybe they were hoping that the play is going to devolve even more and they'll be able to just get a surprise crit streak, but both of the medics thinking the exact same thing.
I think something we should mention is these pauses look to be really favoring Planet Express. As you were mentioning in that mental game, it looks like... I think Ownage squad were definitely in like the commanding seat, and suddenly these pauses start happening, and it just looks like the fire inside them started to dwindle. I think they were just so in the zone that the pause might have taken it out of it. As you can hear in like their comms, like Planet Express have always been really controlled and to an extent calm, especially compared to Ownage squad. And now it's kind of like their comms are starting to sound a bit tilty, in my opinion. You know, just going for these frantic like, oh, Solly's taking this much damage, kind of all these kind of comms. And just I don't know. I think Planet Express is starting to edge their way up.
Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah, definitely the Ownage squad comms seemed less focused there when we had to listen to them on the mid-fight, and much more... some players aren't communicating well enough, some players aren't syncing up plays, but I think that was just an incredibly messy mid-fight as well. It was very difficult for them to get any structure because they thought they'd lost it right at the beginning when they lost 2 players, and then instantly they got 2 back and they were back in it, and it just lasted forever.
Yeah, a lot of big boy words as well coming out from Ownage squad in their comms when they're trying to describe people's healths. How do you think this last push is going to go down Sideshow? Big crits advantage for Tommy.
I have no idea. Maybe they can make the crits advantage work when they couldn't make the Uber advantage work.
One can only hope. But
They,
you go. I believe.
no, absolutely. I was just about to say that my TF2 has crashed. I've just managed to get back in though, so I am all ready for this one. Let's see how they should play this one. They're actually just kind of chilling. They don't really want to take too much position. I'd really like Tommy and Iku to be in a better position here, because if the Ownage squad decided to contest this, they want to be in a position where they can aggressively use this crit creep, but instead they're just looking like they want to sit back. They're going to allow Turbo Monkey to get the Uber charge, and then maybe go in for a force play and a repush with the crits, or do they try and crits in and hope for the Turbo Monkey tilt drop? Who knows? Oh, it's the counter crits, and he instantly gets obliterated.
Yeah, Turbo is pretty much on his own in lobby there, and the rest of Planet Express going to be focusing down. Turbo and Drac are going to be dead-a-rooney right now, so Planet Express rotating to this riverside, finally use their own crits. Can they find anything with it? They knock one soldier low, but Ownage squad are actually getting the kills that they need. No one invulnerable. A Scout versus Medic in River, he's going to win that. Erpa, the only one remaining, and he should be going down. He's like 10 HP. That's a full wipe. He couldn't even win with the crits advantage, Sider. Oh my god, these lasts are painful to watch.
With the crit advantage and the medic being down, I mean, that's just painful, honestly painful. It's really difficult to watch Planet Express mess these up again and again and again. But the score is 2-2, they're hanging on. So we'll see whether Ownage Squad are going to make them pay for it, because they have a gigantic Uber advantage now. And Turbo Monkey has switched off to the normal medigun as well, so they're in a great position to try and really hammer this one home and make it 3-2.
Yeah, I definitely believe. Chat, press 1 for Ownage Squad, press 2 for Planet Express. Who do you believe in? I personally believe in Ownage Squad, as it looks like they want to take this close to Uber charge through choke right now. Players going in, a rising bombing gets a lot of damage done, and Noo's going to get taken down. That's really good from him. Let's see how Ownage Squad continue this one. Turbo almost steps into the stickies, and Planet Express just going to start to back out. They know the Ownage Squad have that Uber. Someone might be going for a force, but I think every player is pretty much checked. There's only 2 areas you can go for. And Ownage Squad are just going to actually Uber in from choke right now. They need to focus this medic. Tommy's really close. Tom straight in onto him, gets a nice rocket, but a good surf from him. But the rest of Ownage Squad are claiming these frags. Neo Upper and Iku all down. They're starting to cap the second, but the Uber is used onto Sheepy. God's hand, what can he get done? Pretty much nothing. Both scouts just instantly focus him down. Tom is the only casualty there, Sideshow.
He is indeed. What a great push from Ownage Squad. They managed to get onto everybody, just securing frags left, right and centre, and they're going to try and roll this one all the way into last. Coming down this riverside area, the sticks from Iku baited out. There's nothing really on the point apart from Neo, and I thought they were going to go for it. They had an opportunity there, certainly, but deciding just to play the Uber charge advantage instead. To be fair to them, they have made most of their Uber charge advantage pushes into last work, so we'll allow them to do that one and see how it works out.
Yeah, the last Uber just on second worked out really well for them, so why not wait for this one? Morsi is going to be going into the water area right now, rushing straight onto the point. I guess that's going to be the distraction, but he gets taken down really quickly. Uber coming in from River right now, Pyro focused instantly. Great play from Ownage Squad, and they're going to have to stop focusing frags right now. Planet Express rotating through their spawn. Someone needs to get on this point. It's going to be HPQ from under along with Tom. The cap is starting really quickly. The Uber used from Serotonin, but there's so many players up for Ownage Squad. It's 3 versus 3 right now, but the health is in their advantage and the spawns as well. It's so close to being capped though. I think Ownage Squad are going to try again. Yes, they are ready for round 2. HPQ going in really deep. Turbo Monkey trying to get swords on the point. Players knocked really low. Morsi's in right now, going to try and hit all these meat shots, but that's going to be a wipe for Ownage Squad. Sideshow's Pizza is here, so I'm going to keep this train rolling. I think Noo's in really deep into this big door, but going to get taken down by Rising. That's his 4th kill. He's been playing amazing this fixture. Drac and Tom, the only ones up right now. It's going to be a second cap for Planet Express. I think they're going to keep this one rolling all the way through big doors. They don't want to stop this their hype train from going. They're definitely choo-choo feeling it. Tom going in right now gets a lot of damage onto the scout, but can't get a pick onto him. And we have a sniper of HPQ not really getting anything done. That's pretty much mean they have to concede this midpoint. Wow, oh no, they're not, because Drac manages to get 2 picks. Oh my god, and Tommy going down as well. 1 pick in the way of Rising. Oh, Neo actually getting another kill there. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm so lost right now. There's 2 people remaining of Iku and Rising. Rising finally bombing in, but there's such a big numbers advantage for Ownage Squad. They should definitely be keeping this middle, because there was almost no cap time for Planet Express there. Are they going to keep throwing people at Turbo Monkey, because he's on 70%? This Uber's going to be coming in pretty soon. Rising, huge bomb, but he got called pretty quickly. It knocks down Turbo to 6 HP. Oh my god, a great staying aliveness from him, keeping that Uber, and he's just going to wait for the pack to spawn before he does anything. The rest of his team keeping some good forward pressure. Drac in this lower area. They do cap the second. Let's see how they take this into last with a huge uber advantage right now. I think they're going to push through main. That's what they've been doing this whole time so far. It's all on Sheepy God's hand. Nice pyro deny keeps them all locked into main. Pretty much all of the uber used in main, but a headshot to Tommy there from HPQ, really nice. And then you have 3-4 picks even. Sheepy Rising is the only one to try and block this point. He's fighting with Drac, him and Erpa against the world, but they're not going to win. The world will win this one. It's going to be 3-2 the score to Ownage squad right now. Oh my god, they've definitely got the fire back in their side corner, whatever you want to say. Let's see how they take this next middle. I can't really do any analysis because I don't know how this game works as well as Sideshow, so I'm just going to talk about what's happening this middle, and it looks like all the Planet Express going to their big door while News rolled out choke. And Rising is going to be going in this drop-down area, fights Morsi the Beaver, but gets denied. Ownage squad going to take the Planet Express side, while Planet Express take the Ownage side. The first pick does actually go onto Morsi. Both Sollies jump right now. Aku barely avoids getting air shot. Tommy's really low. Ownage squad do have a lot of positioning right now. Can they play off of it? It does look like they're going to get slowly picked off, and it's a 3v3. All of Planet Express playing together in this big door area, but it looks like all the positioning on top is for Ownage squad. Drac tries to get a pick, but he can't quite get anything done. So it looks like in this extended mid-fight, Planet Express winning. Oh, lovely stickies there from News to take down Rising. Scout 1v1 goes the way of Erpa there, and News is going to be meeting up with Morsi the Beaver, and they should be getting out, but there's going to be a huge uber advantage for Tommy because Serotonin isn't playing anymore. That's unfortunate, but he's got 100% right now, and I think Ownage squad are going to be setting up all the way onto second. Yep, they're holding in this top area while Planet Express look to be rotating in big doors. They have been called to News. He's going pretty low. I think I heard a sniper. I heard wrong. Drac is going to be fighting his scout in choke, but he's going to get taken down, and Planet Express look to be bullying their way all into second. Ownage squad should know that they have this uber. I think they're just going to back onto last and wait till they have their own. Cap pretty much secured for Planet Express. 70% for Turbo Monkey. If Planet Express are quick with this and focusing down, they could definitely convert this into a really quick last cap. They're coming in through main right now. Uber's used. They need to get a pick. News does actually go down to Iku, and both scouts just on point, and that's going to be 3-3. A really quick round to tie it up there, Sideshow.
Absolutely. I do apologize, Max. Do you know what I did?
I'm amazing.
I ordered my pizza, right, and I set the time to finish when a normal ETF2L game would finish, and I forgot it was a best of 3. Because I'm a moron. But the score is 3-3. We've got an incredibly close game on our hands, so I'm glad I have some snack food to watch it with, because this is a tense one. Tom's just hiding out in his choke at the moment. I think he's trying to find these scouts. What a cerebral play by Tom. He's played it perfectly. He's got so much damage on everybody. And now he's coming in behind them to sandwich them. Oh my god, what a play from Ownage squad. They read them like a book, but Rising comes in and destroys Turbo Monkey to make it. To just add the silver lining to that rain cloud that was Ownage squad coming in and destroying their dreams.
Yeah, Rising going to be the only one remaining. Gets knocked down and choke. I think he's going to try again, rotating to this drop-down area, but the scout does see him. Does get taken down. It's him versus Tom, and oh my god, solid play there from Rising. Manages to clean both of them up, proving why he was in a top Prem team before he was playing in a high playoff team there.
Yeah, absolutely. There's players on these teams that have a lot of talent, and Drac is certainly one of the most individually talented players. Look at that, slams Rising as he comes in for a play. Actually, weren't both of those players playing on the same team? Wasn't it Drac and Rising as the combo for Reason Gaming?
Yeah, way back when,
yeah,
the old days of I-52.
Well, they're against each other this time, and Drac is absolutely slamming people on mid once again, coming in there, delivering the justice along with Tom, and another wipe. I mean, when Tom and Drac sync up, they are doing so much damage on Gully Wash.
Yeah, it's an absolute joy to watch. Their cohesion is really good. It's a bit better than some Prem teams we saw this season. It's really nice to watch these up-and-coming talents are really performing. Tom on 3 kills right now, and 2 down for Planet Express, and a huge uber advantage for Ownage squad, and pretty much every time this situation has happened, they've converted it into a last push.
1 minute left.
Oh, this is all down to this. Let's see what they're going to do. It looks like they uber in through main right now. All their players, they get 2 quick kills off the start. They need to focus down this heavy, but it doesn't matter. They focus down the cap and actually get the round 4-3. 1 minute remaining again. Let's see if Planet Express can do it in this lightning time. Is it possible? I think it is.
They actually kind of messed up their Ownage squad. They should have delayed a little bit, because what they've done is allow enough time for Planet Express to come back. If they had waited just even 10 seconds, then they would have been in a much better position here. But let's see, 45 seconds left. Can Planet Express do it? They instantly take down HP. It looks like Tom's going to fall as well. Oh, down goes Morsi. Could this be a lightning quick reply here from Planet Express? It absolutely could. Turbo Monkey surely going to get caught on 90 HP. In the elbow, drops down to 45. It's only News left. Oh my god.
Oh,
News
he
is
arrowed
going to catch
News.
Iku.
Yeah, News actually got killed onto Iku there because he got arrowed by Turbo Monkey as his last effort, and actually trades there with Rising really nice. Tommy in now with no one left to heal, 18 seconds remaining. I think that's going to be the game. Ooh.
They're still trying to get onto second. There's 12 seconds left, but I don't think they're going to be able to cap this one. Both the scouts went down. They're going to last anyway, but I think this is curtains here. Ownage squad surely will have tied it up. This nice last defense, and they've won both of the maps 4-3.
Oh my god, down to the wire. Another really exciting game there, Sideshow. I even lost my voice, I think, pretty much. I think it's going to set in about 10 minutes. I'm just going for the rest of the night, because, the amount of strain on my vocal cords, all the exciting plays that were happening. Soldiers from both teams just playing absolutely huge. HBQ was a joy to watch, and News played really well as well. Actually, both demo men really impressed me. Iku has some incredible DM. That was, every player. I can't think call out anyone.
Do you know what they're not even trying.
Well, yeah, how long is it going to be before they change their name to not even trying?
Absolutely, they always do. They love to rub a bit of salt in the wound.
Yeah.
But down goes Planet Express on Ownage Squad's journey to victory. I'm not even sure who they're coming up against next. I think it's top 5, isn't it? The winner of this match.
That should be such a good game.
That will be a juicy one. Top 5 Rocket finished first this season in the regular season of High, so Ownage Squad really going to have an uphill battle there. And they struggled against Planet Express here, but Planet Express are a very good team as well. They have some real individual talent. They just couldn't quite string it together. It was so close that it could have gone either way.
Yeah, I think if you want to be against Planet Express in terms of like the hijack thing, I think this is like moral justice. You know, this team that's been together and they've stuck it out throughout the whole season, then they come together to get these people who are trying to cheat or win, and they beat them. But that's my extreme bias because I hang out with everyone from Squad all the time. If you want to be the angel for Planet Express, I guess you can defend them now, Sideshow.
Yeah, Planet Express weren't trying to cheat their way to a victory or anything like that. They were just trying to fill gaps in their roster with decent players, you know. Unfortunately, it wasn't good enough because Drac and Tom... I'm imagining when I take a look at the logs that Drac and Tom went huge. News as well had some clutch plays.
Looking at the logs right now, we do have Rising with 39 frags, 6 assists, and 26 deaths with 10.7k damage. He did play amazingly, but I guess his team dribbled too hard for him to carry that much. And we do have as well Drac following up in the damage, 28 kills and 19 deaths, with Tom 20 kills to 30 deaths with 8k damage. Yeah, you're right. Both Solis playing pretty damn well. Oh, what a game.
I think Rising absolutely carried his team there, actually. I'm really surprised that he got that many frags and did that much damage, because I noticed him doing a lot of work, but I feel if you've got a roamer doing that, you should be winning, like 100% of the time. I think once again, though, it really just did come down to these beefed last pushes. These beefed points where they really have to convert, otherwise they fail.
Sorry, I was being disturbed. I have no idea what you said, because I wasn't listening. So I'm going to start a completely new point in terms of interviews.
It's a good idea.
Drag anyone in?
I mean, the chat is clamouring for a Morsey Fanshawe interview, so he's going to be my first victim. In comes Morsey Fanshawe. Kaboom! Right, just hold on for a moment while I drag in some other victims, but Max, you can begin the interrogation process.
How cocky are you, Morsey, right now? Let's go, let's hear it. How amazing are you?
I'm not cocky at all.
Oh no, come on, how amazing are you? The people want to hear you speak.
I don't know, I'm just happy that we won. We managed to pull it out, those clutch last pushes.
One step closer to Prem.
Going into the game, Morsey, Turbo, were you guys confident in the win? Do you respect Planet Express as a good team?
Well, we used to play against them all the time, so it can go either way sometimes, depending on like if we're having a good day, if they're having a bad day. But I felt pretty confident going in. Like we had a pretty good warm up, and like we've been sorting some stuff out. So yeah, we performed like I expected.
The map picks were sort of in our favour as well. So yeah.
You think? Because you guys didn't really pick the maps, you know? You only picked one of them, you only picked Gully Wash. were you really happy that Planet Express picked Process and Badlands?
Pretty happy.
Yeah,
Process can be a bit shaky for us, but in terms of like any other map they could have picked, I think I don't know. We recently played quite well on it, so felt quite confident going in with it.
And then flipping it over to the side of Sheepy, you guys have had some roster issues recently. I know you had some connection issues with Seroton halfway through the match as well. But what were you guys feeling coming into the game? You were the higher seed. Were you expecting to hold on to that, or was this just a bit of a battle?
Yeah, well, because I apparently kicked half of the team, you know. Apparently, I kicked half the team, so like we don't really have much synergy as a team since, you know, I kicked half of the team according to everyone. So it's kind of hard, you know, like the calls were all over the place, you know, like I never know when we're in, so like half the time half of the team will be in, half of the team won't be in, and we just get picked off one by one.
Is the half of the team that aren't in the half that
you kicked?
Half
that I replaced. Yeah. Well, I should have really kicked all 5 players, to be honest, throughout the season. I don't think I kicked enough people. If I had kicked enough people, I think we would have actually, you know, won this game. Can't believe I didn't kick EQ. Could have kicked EQ, Neo. You know.
Absolutely.
There's next season for that.
Yeah, next season. I'm already messaging them now. I'm messaging EQ right now. He is kicked, getting settled back on Demoman.
That's a bad choice. That's a bad choice.
Talking about Demoman though, News was putting out some serious performance in that game. My voice just did a Mossy fan show there. News put out a serious performance. That game. But he's a player that some people might not have heard of.
He really is, like, when anyone looks at a team, they really just see Drac. But I actually think that News is a huge part of the team, and a lot of people overlook him until you play against him. Like, he really does pull out some stuff that you need to.
He really performs in officials. Like, always like the guy to fall back on. He's very consistent player. So happy to have him on my team.
Asking him now to join us.
Two other standout players in your team as well as News were, of course, Drac, but also Tom. Like, they're two great individual players, but just how they played together tonight was an absolute joy to watch. Their cohesion was so good.
Say that Tom was feeling a bit down about himself. Like, he felt like he didn't play as well, but I actually think he played just exactly how we needed him to do. Like, sure, there was some fluffs on Gully Wash and Process, but like everyone has those. I actually think that he contributed quite a lot to our team. So if you're listening, Tom, like, I don't think you played bad at all. Cheer up, buddy.
It's all cheer up,
Tom was shit. No, I was complimenting him throughout the game.
Press 1 for Tom. Show your love, everyone. Press 1 if you want Tom to feel good because you think he played well, which he absolutely did.
I think the synergy with Tom and Drac was really good. Whenever they were working off each other, they were putting out a vast amount of damage, and they were really going in at the right times.
They wanted to play with each other in the team for a really long time, and they're like really good friends. So like plays off each other when we play. It's like nice.
I think one of the things Tom might be beating himself up about was some of the solo players that he went for. Just he wasn't getting pretty much any of them. But I think that was maybe more like a great play by Planet Express, because the defense of their medic when they needed it was pretty much perfect.
Yeah, I mean, Tom, sometimes, normally when we're playing at our best, like, Tom doesn't usually go for solo plays unless he needs to, like, we usually coordinate everything up. But sometimes, like, when things get a bit hectic in an official, like, he goes for them. But, yeah, I would say Planet Express did quite a good job of denying Tom. It's probably why he felt like he was having difficulty on Gully Wash. I know they did defend him quite well. Like, it was difficult to get in on him sometimes.
Yeah, I pointed that out after the first map of Process. I said, like, Tom had a bit of a high def count, but I don't think it really matters, because every time he, like, a lot of his defs were just him trying to go for plays, which I believe he made, like, at the right time. It was just scouts denying him pretty much. It wasn't like him beefing anything.
So then, Sheepy, what do you feel went wrong for your team tonight?
Well, on the first map, we kind of choked, you know, at the end. Like, we just let them cap the point and last over and over again, I think. I don't really know what went wrong, just, we don't, like, ODM is really good, but we don't have any cohesion, because, like, half the team throughout the season just left, and I had to, you know, replace people really quickly. Yeah, and we didn't have scrap tonight, and they denied us. Like, I asked for like 5 different mercs, and they denied every single one, so I had to get...
the drama!
I had to get, you know, an open scout to play for us, so that's kind of the reason.
Maybe you shouldn't have replaced half your roster then.
Well, you know...
Who did
Actually,
you
I
deny,
shouldn't have
Turbo?
kicked her.
Who did you deny?
They denied so many people. They won't admit it here. He won't admit it here, but we did. We denied like 5 players.
We got nothing to hide. We denied them.
Despicable.
We got nothing to hide. Nothing. Or as long as you win, that's all that matters.
Disgusting.
So you guys go on to face top 5 Rocket then, Turbo, Morsi.
Yeah.
Are they going to be significantly more difficult? Do you consider them the favourites in that matchup?
We have said this before, but we actually love playing top 5. Like as one of all the teams in high, like we're actually really good friends of all of them. So whenever we play, like we always have a really good time, and it can really go either way. Like if they're really on point with their DM, like their scouts, and especially Medico as well, Sully like absolutely destroys. But if we're on point, we'll win. Like I honestly couldn't say how's it gonna go, but we did play them in the warm-up games today, and we played quite well. But that might have been they've had some issues recently. But if they can sort them out, I think it's gonna be a really close game, and probably
credit.
I think it's gonna be a really good game to watch. That one.
Okay, so I have a traditional question to ask of. I usually ask a player on the team who's the worst player on their own team, but today I want to make it a bit more interesting. Sheepy, who's the worst player of Ownage Squad today?
Oh, well, I would say Morsi, but Morsi finally hit 200 DPM. so I can't really say Morsi. I know Turbo had a drop, but apart from that, he was okay.
Thanks, man.
It's
that really
hard
means a lot to me.
But I know I would probably say actually HP played quite well, so didn't he? Probably Turbo, yeah, Turbo, because he dropped. He all played quite well though.
You suck, Turbo.
I show you though, bitch.
And Morsi, who was the worst player in Planet Express? Who are you gonna call out? Make it personal.
I don't know. They
hold nothing
seem
back.
To be...
No,
I really
don't do this.
They seem to play equally well.
Who sucks?
Alright. I don't know.
Turbo, you brave enough?
You're a pussy, Morsi.
Yeah, I'm brave enough.
I'm just a nice guy.
You're not. I know you. You're not this. The moment we go back to the Ownage Squad moment, where you go, "Oh my god, this player played so bad."
I don't think Iku played very well today.
I'm not in a position to say.
I think
like after.
Right, Morsi, shut up. I'll do it. Like I don't think Iku played very well. Like he normally plays he normally plays a lot better than today. So if I was gonna call out the worst player like today, it'd probably be Iku. Like it didn't feel his pressure at all.
I don't know, I'm not in a position to say anything. Like, after that spy play, like, my heart was fucking beating. like, and it wouldn't stop. Because I never done a spy play. So...
Which spy play, sorry? The only one I remember is Sheepy going spy and running straight into you.
Morsi went spy on forwards and just walked on point and capped on process.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course, right, where you backstabbed Neo.
Yeah, that was the first spy play I've done like whole season, and it worked. And yeah, the adrenaline kicked in.
You're an absolute god. Something that we were talking about before the game was the atmosphere in your mumble and your propensity to tilt. Yeah, to go full Brit and tilt everywhere if the game wasn't going your way. We tuned into your comms a few times, and it seemed like once at the end of Gullywash you guys were getting a little bit bitchy at each other, but was the atmosphere pretty good? Is it something that you feel you have to keep on top of? What's it like?
It's definitely something we need to keep on top of, but in terms of today, like the atmosphere was really good and quite positive, even when we didn't succeed and stuff. Like, yeah, there were certain times where emotions got a bit high, but we've been trying to work on that quite a bit. We're trying to like keep everyone up, because there's like a couple of people in our team that when things go wrong, like things really go bad with the comms and stuff. So we just have to like try to keep everyone up to the same like hype standard. And I don't know.
You should start an ETF2L fundraiser for a team therapist.
We have Verse. He's our team therapist.
Shoutouts to Verse. Press 1 for Verse.
Oh, what? Oh, he's in shoutouts?
No.
We can do. I think
I'm out of questions, so
yeah, absolutely. We'll wrap up the interviews there and we'll go to some shoutouts. But I think TFTV will be covering the rest of the high playoffs as well, guys. So if you're interested in watching Ownage Squad progress, if you're interested in watching the finals of these guys, against. Well, it's the semi-finals against Top 5 Rocket, right? And then there's another semi-final going on at the same time. Does anyone know who the other two teams are? I'm afraid I don't.
Two Teeth and Top 5, isn't it? And
Two
also
Teeth and
the
Four Skins.
Four Skins.
Interesting. Well, just before we go to shoutouts, then, who do you guys think will come out on top of that one? Who do you think's going to the finals from that side?
Two Teeth. They're playing really solid right now. Like, they're probably the hardest team that we've come across recently. Like, they give us a lot of trouble. So I think if they can pull off against Foreskins, which I know they can, then
No, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to say Foreskins, because unless Two Teeth have Piers murking for them again, I don't think Two Teeth will win. Foreskins
Who murking for them, sorry?
Piers. Apparently,
Piers,
Basti said that Piers is joining them, you know? He's not joining them, but Basti said he is, so he might, you know, try and force the other team into getting him to murk for them again. But if they don't have Piers working for them, they're not going to beat the Jews. In my opinion.
He's been improving a lot. He's a good scout.
he's playing quite well with them. I think if Two Teeth play like that we played against them before, I think they'll win for sure. But honestly, we don't really like Force Kings that much, so we don't ever PCW them, so we couldn't say if they're good or not. But it'll be nice.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, it will be. It'll probably be quite close. And I wonder what maps they'll pick as well. Like if Spar is on form, like they could probably easily win. I don't know. It'd be really close, I reckon.
Well, we'll see who makes it into the finals and see who makes it into Premiership. Are both of your teams going to be attempting to make it into Prem no matter what the playoff results are?
I think that's the case. Is like even if we don't win the playoffs, we would really like to try and get into Prem, especially because Drac, I think, performs that standard that we should definitely not be playing in high again with Drac. Whether it's with us or another team, like I think he's definitely going to be going into Prem next season if he can, or like class switching or something.
I think like I don't know. We might go Prem if I get good people, because I'm gonna I don't know who I can get to play for us. I don't know if Scrab is gonna stay. I don't know if Rising is gonna stay. So if I get good people, we can go Prem, I think. But I hope Ownage Squad don't go Prem.
Wow.
That's just gonna be upsetting to see. I just don't want to see them in Prem. Sorry, guys.
Half the people in Prem would be British.
Oh god.
My god.
Fucking
yeah,
Brits, I hate them.
sheep right now.
Disgusting. That would be absolutely disgusting.
And so you have a dead esport if half of the top scene is British.
Absolutely.
Isn't it already like that now?
Half the people in playoffs were British, but you had a lot of the lower Prem teams were more European.
Bunch of foreigners. I say as a Polish person, don't get too mad.
So, we will be covering the rest of the high playoffs, those semi-finals and the final. We'll see who makes it into Prem, guaranteed. But for now, some shout-outs. Do you want to start us off, Morsey Fansaddle?
Okay. Shout-outs to Verse, Spud, Uberloff, Top 5 Rocket. Yes, everyone in the Brit Mumble. It's my team.
Sheepy?
Oh, shout out to all the people that I apparently kicked this season. Tommy, Setlet. Who else did I kick? I forgot.
Can't remember.
I can't remember. And all
just pull the trigger, no regret.
The other scout, it must have been another scout, wasn't it?
Oh, Screwball, yeah. Screwball and some other dude. I forgot. I have a really bad memory, I'm sorry. Yes. And shout out to Mohammed. And donate to my fundraiser in chat. I'm raising.tv sheepytf2. Buy me more waifu pillows. Thanks. That's it.
Turbo.
A shout out to Spud and Thug and like Top 5 like Mustard said and that shit. And that's it, Sideshow, wrap it up.
It is indeed. That is it for us from Team Fortress TV. We've got more action coming on this weekend though. You guys should all tune in to the DreamHack Winter 2015 TF2 Invitational, which starts in 3 hours. 3 days, 15 hours, 47 minutes, and 20 seconds. There you go. That's at the top of vlogs.tf if you want to keep track of it. But otherwise, you can just remember that it's on Friday. So tune in. We'll see you there for more European action. But from us, it's